recently just finished up this AR build, and I needed some Mlok rail covers to go around my gas block. You know, I got on and I looked at Railscales. Railscales are very nice, but they're a little on the pricey side, especially if you need, you know, a couple different spots of them. So I wanted to look around, you know, figure out what my options were. I didn't want the little rubber pop-in ones. You know, those are cheap and ugly and just junk. But I didn't want to pay a fortune either. So I wanted to do a video on these because I think they're a great product. They're at an excellent price. And these are Slate Black Industries Mlok rail covers. Now, these covers are very similar to Railscales in a lot of ways. They offer them in 2-slot or 3-slot configurations. You know, they're Mlok only. They're not currently doing anything key mod from what I could tell. So they offer them in black and FDE coloring. I went black because this build is actually black and gray, so FDE wouldn't have looked right. You know, the 3-pack, they come in a 3-pack. The 2-slot rail covers are, I think they're right around $13, $12, $13. The 3-slot Mlok covers are right around $15. You know, so they come in the 2-slot or the 3-slot. Their shipping is very, you know, priced very well. They're a relatively new company from what I could gather. There's not a whole lot of information out there about them, but you know, I took the chance on them because I wanted something that was similar to Railscales, but I didn't want to pay Railscale price. You know, there's lots of different options out there on the market. You know, VZ makes some really nice ones, but they're very, very expensive. You know, so I'll get you a look at these here. I have these, you know, basically covering my gas block. You know, when I shoot, I kind of keep my left hand, you know, kind of something like this. So this gives me just enough coverage around the gas block to cut down on some heat. It still gets warm, but, you know, it's going to. These are made out of polymer. You know, they have a very nice texture on there. You know, it's not quite as aggressive as like a Smith & Wesson 2.0 stippling, but it's definitely better than, say, you know, like a Glock factory stipple on a Gen 4 or Gen 5. You know, I had to mount these up a little bit to cover my gas block. I would have liked to have been able to move this one back to here, but unfortunately where my gas block sits and how low profile this Aero Atlas rail is, I wasn't able to get it in there because of the hardware depth. You know, the way that I have this configured is I have my pressure switch for my light up here, so you know, everything's, you know, controls are very nice, very easy to get to. I really like these rail covers. You know, this is currently the only, I guess the only pattern or stipple pattern that they offer right now, which is fine. You know, I think it looks good on pretty much anything it would go on. And the fact that they make it in black and FDE, you know, it helps out, especially if, you know, you need a certain color or whatever. You know, I would imagine you could probably paint these if you needed a special color, but the hardware is pretty nice, comes with them. It's all steel. You know, there's not any, you know, bad hardware that comes with it. You know, they actually have, I would have liked to have these in my hand when I did the video, but I didn't have a chance to do a video and I had it mounted up to here already, so. But there's actually 4, you know, notches on the back of these that go into the Mlok slot. So, I mean, these things are on here very secure. They're not going to move. They're not going to wiggle. They're not going to come off. So, I just wanted to do a small little video on it, you know. I got a good picture I'll roll in on the video. I'll put a link to their website in the description as well. You know, I think this is a pretty good product, especially for the price. And I like to do reviews on stuff that I think is, you know, I guess you could say budget minded, but not horribly cheap either. So if you guys got any questions, don't hesitate to ask. And check their website out. I'll have the link down there. So I appreciate you watching. Like and subscribe. Thanks.
Get some! Get some!